having the challenges with the
Julie,
camera.
you're just now coming on. You'll need to start over.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Julie Hedges here, and you are tuned into Cosmic Conversations. Pull up a chair and grab something to drink, maybe a little snack, and let's have a cosmic conversation. I'm glad you're joining me, and I'm sorry that the camera is a little bit cockeyed. I'm trying to do this on my phone tonight. Had some technical difficulties with the actual laptop, so we're going to try this and see how we go. And also I had to plug in because my battery is quite low, so we'll see how long we last, right? The show must go on. And speaking of the show must go on, I need to take a sip of my stress-free tea right now. Good, with cinnamon in it. Need that for my throat. All the pollen in the air is really kind of kicking up some stuff with my sinuses, and so I keep myself hydrated and try to keep my throat opened up here. So welcome to this lovely spring edition of Cosmic Conversations, and I will invite you, if it's on your heart tonight, to share and like this broadcast, and anyone who you feel might be in need of a cosmic conversation, if you'd invite them, if you'd maybe share this information for those who are looking for enlightening, inspiring, astrological, spiritual, and karmically enlightening content. I'd really, really appreciate it. And keep that torch lit and invite others who are shining the light to keep shining. That's what we want to do, especially now when we are experiencing some challenging times. And speaking of challenging times, I've got a smile on my face, but it was a challenge trying to get everything together tonight for the show with the technical end of things. And I'm not a techie person, so it really makes me feel overwhelmed and very, very anxious and very fearful. So I'm going to take another sip of my stress-free tea and try to settle into this cosmic conversation. Welcome all of you tonight. I want to give a shout out to Rob. He is producing this evening. That's another change. I have been producing the Tarot Journey shows and Cosmic Conversation shows up until very recently. I thought, I'd really like to focus more on just speaking directly to the hearts and minds of the viewers and not so worried with the technical end of things, because as I just shared with you, I'm not techie at all. If something doesn't plug in quite right, or if it's a little off kilter, I just kind of freeze and don't know what to do. So I need that extra help. I need those in the know who can take care of those parts of the broadcasting, all of the technical things, so that I can just share my gifts and try to inspire and empower and just really commune with the Star Nations community of viewers and readers. So thank you for coming along tonight. So as always, when we have a cosmic conversation, we are doing spiritual work. Whether you are listening live and participating in the chat, or whether you are listening later, or you're sharing with a friend and maybe you're talking about the program afterward, We are doing soul work, spiritual work. So I always want us to be grounded, centered, and ready for the cosmic conversation. So I'm going to invite you to, along with me, if you would just place your feet on the floor, on Grandmother Earth if you can, and take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and just affirm in your heart that my feet are connected to Grandmother Earth and I'm grounded. All of my body, my organs, cells, and bones are connected to my feet and connected to Grandmother Earth to be grounded. My heart and my mind are connecting now into the heart of Grandmother Earth to be grounded. I'm taking a deep breath in and just inviting your spiritual team. Maybe you're working with the angels. Maybe you're working with the avatars, the ascended masters, your ancestors, the universal intelligence of Source. Invite in your cosmic team to be with you tonight because we're going to do soul work. Amen. And when I was doing that, I was feeling a tingling here on my crown. Felt like somebody was tickling my hair. How does that feel for you when you call in your team? Do you have physical indicators that your team is around, that your team is connecting with you? How do you communicate in that way? Do you have a knowing? Do you hear your team as they are coming in? Do you feel them as a presence? You know, like if you feel someone standing behind you, or like me, I felt something tickle the top of my head and it still feels like it's tickling the top of my head. It makes me want to pat my head and make sure my hair is in place. How does your team engage with you? And if there are any comments, I would love to see who's out there in the chat and say a good hello to everyone. Since I'm connected on the phone here, we have Cindy. Cindy Ferris is here. Good evening. I'm glad that you are joining us for a cosmic conversation. And Carol is here. Yay. She's giving little flowers and high fives. Awesome. Thank you so much. And hello. Thank you, Neshi. She has loved and shared the show. I appreciate that so much. And Cindy says, glowing again tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. It must be that wonderful broadcast light. That was a gift from Neshi for broadcasting. It's that circle light. So thank you very much. Neshi says, I love cosmic conversations. I do too. I really, really do. And we're really going to get into the cosmos here this evening. But pull up a chair. Get your beverage. In fact, I have my hot tea with me and my hot water right next to me because I know that I'm going to need some more hot tea during the broadcast. So I'm all ready. And I use these, this is yogi tea. Can you see that? It's the stress-free tea, right? Stress relief. It's kava. So it's nice and soothing. It doesn't have any caffeine in it. It has a little bit of an herbally taste, but I put cinnamon in it. Sometimes I also put nutmeg and clove. And if I'm really feeling inspired and need to open up all of this, I'll put in some cayenne pepper. That'll get your sinuses opened up. Who else has something to tell us tonight? If there are any more comments, I'd love to see who else is there. You look great. Good lighting and video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Audio good too. Excellent. Excellent. Carol saying the spring pollen is the pits. I tell you, I love to watch it spring out all over, right? The new flowers, the bees buzzing everywhere. But yeah, it gets in the air and gets in my nose and tickles my nose and my throat. So I get it, Carol, definitely. Thank you. And Lynn is saying, hi, Julie. Hi, Lynn. I'm glad you are here. Tonight, we are going to talk about the sweet treats. So I don't know if you can maybe put that up, Rob. I think it was like the background video, but I had fun picking out that picture of the ice cream. I tell you, I was really hungry for some ice cream after I was getting that picture together. That's a weakness of mine, definitely, that ice cream. I really enjoy it. You know, the texture of it and the taste of it. And I found out that my local Baskin Robbins ice cream shop has pistachio ice cream on the menu, just regular. You know, it's not any special. It's just one of their 31 flavors. Or yeah, I think they say they have 31 flavors. It's right there in the regular lineup. And so I had me some pistachio ice cream not too long ago. So I love that. And speaking of the things that I'm enjoying, we're going to talk about sweet treats tonight. We're going to talk about what we enjoy. And the whole cosmic conversation, I wanted us to focus on the sweet treats of the planet Venus. Venus is going to be doing some fun things. And Venus is very much in the focus of our talk tonight. Venus is the goddess of love, right? In astrology, Venus represents the things that we enjoy. And she rules two different signs of the zodiac. The first being Taurus, which is an earth sign, and the air sign of Libra. So guess what? We just entered into the time of Taurus. As of yesterday, the sun moved into the mansion of Taurus of the zodiac. So that means we're on schedule for springtime. And the sign of Taurus in the zodiac is all about our sensual bodies, our sensing bodies, all of our physicality. So think of your sense of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, how you experience your world. So all those good smells. What's your favorite smell? What's your favorite sound? What's your favorite taste? You know, I am enjoying my kava tea with cinnamon in it tonight. And when I was talking about my pistachio ice cream that I had, I'm thinking, I'm going to have me some of that again real soon because I can go through the Baskin Robbins drive-through and, you know, still be socially distanced. If there are any comments out there of what people are enjoying, their favorite tastes, their favorite sounds, their favorite smells, I'd love to have those up if you want to share those with me. Because this is the time when the sun is in that mansion of what we enjoy. And so that's partly why I used the image of the sweet treats, because I like ice cream. I like chocolate chip cookies. I like those kinds of things. So the sweet treats that you really, really enjoy, this is the time for that. Definitely. And I know that we have some concerns, right? We are living in precarious times. We don't know what the next day is going to bring. It can be up and down, and it can be sunny or it can be rainy. Um, you know, we could be working or not working. We could be online learning like the kids are. At least in our area, the kids are not going to go back to their school classrooms. They're doing virtual learning through the rest of the semester. But beyond that, we don't know when all of the movie theaters and the bowling alleys and the tennis courts are all going to open back up again, and the little leagues, and we just don't know. But there are still things that we can enjoy, that we can be grateful for. And so that's what the focus is tonight on our cosmic conversation. Another drink of the tea. Anybody out there wanting to share one of their favorite tastes or smells or sounds? Now would be a great time to share those, and we can put it out in the ethers, and we can all celebrate that for you and add energy to it. So just by me sharing how much I enjoy pistachio ice cream, you all were affirming that for me and letting me share that. So guess what? With the law of attraction, it's allowing other things that I enjoy to come more easily to me. So if you are sharing those things here in the chat room and online tonight, we can all affirm that with you. And then it would, support more of those intentions coming your way. Yummy. Oh, Cindy loves the smell of gardenia. Gardenia is that white flower. Yeah. Lynn likes lilacs. Yes. I tell you what, I've been smelling a lot of lilacs lately. They are out, and some wild ones. Neshi says, springtime aromas of rain, lilacs, and grasses. Oh, I love that. I love those lilacs too. And yes, there's nothing like a clean spring rain that just makes everything smell so clean. Thank you for sharing those. So as we share those favorite smells or the favorite sounds or the favorite tastes, we're inviting more of those to come to us. And I tell you, coming up on Wednesday, on the 22nd, we have a new moon in the sign of Taurus. So the new moon is always the time for inviting the new to begin. It's like planting that seed. And I know a lot of my friends who are avid gardeners, they've been weeding the beds and tilling the soil and getting everything ready so that they can plant those seeds. And it's been a lot of work. I've been seeing the pictures as they develop, and as my friends are getting things ready and showing all of the progress that they've made so far. And it's really, really a lot. So they're getting their gardens ready, and some have already planted some lettuces and those type of things. But now is the time of the Taurus new moon here on Wednesday to plant some new things that you would like to enjoy. So this is a little different way I'm going to invite you to think about your intentions, a little different way to think about planting the seeds. And I need another drink. Because Taurus is all about enjoyment and all about engaging, the physicality of our bodies and our physical senses, our physical sight, our physical hearing, our tastes, the way we smell, and even touch. So the textures, the feel of fabrics, or the feel of a cool spring breeze or a warm spring breeze, or how dandelions kind of might tickle your arm if you rubbed up against one. So all about those physical sensations and the sensuality of our physical experience and what we enjoy. When you are doing your intentions for this new moon, I'm going to invite you to write them down in such a way as you are giving thanks for X. This is not a new way to think about them, but just a little bit more focus on. So if I were going to write an intention for the new moon, what I like to do personally for my spiritual practice is write them down, and then I take a few minutes, center myself, and then I'll go outside and I will burn that paper that has my intentions on it. And I will watch that paper burn into ash, and I will make sure that it's not burning anymore before I close that sacred space and close that intention, and know that when it's burned, it's alchemized, and boom, it's out there. It's up there. It's in the universe's hands now. My intention is changed chemically from an intention to a done. So when we are thinking about those kinds of intentions for a new moon, particularly here in the sign of Taurus, we can think about, let's say, I don't know, a new job, okay? So I'm going to invite you to think about it this way. I'm going to invite you to write your intentions, like what this new job smells like. Have you ever thought about that? What your workplace smells like? Wouldn't you love to walk into your office and it smells like chocolate chip cookies baking? Maybe that's your thing. Or maybe you would love for it to smell like the fresh rain, that scent of clean rain. Or maybe you would want it to sound like your favorite classical piece of music, that they would play that over the intercom, but that it sounds like that. So writing your intentions in a way of expressing gratitude. Thank you that my new job smells like, sounds like, has a texture like, that it's the perfect temperature for you. I tell you, that is something to be very thankful for these days. I know I've experienced some office situations where it was either 800 degrees and you're baking on the sun with your clothes melting off of you, and then a few hours later it's 40 below zero and you're packing on the blankets and you're trying to find your space heater and your mittens and your muffler and all of that. So having a workplace that's the perfect temperature for you. So I would invite you to think of it in those terms when you're writing your intentions. We're going to talk a little bit more next month, but I want to give you a preview. Thank you for being patient with me tonight as I'm needing to have my tea. The planet Venus is in her pre-retrograde phase. Every 18 months, Venus has a period where for about 42 days, she goes retrograde. She turns around in the sky. That's what it looks like from our perspective, that she turns around and goes backwards. And in that time, that's that's an invitation to be retrospective, to refocus, to review, to re-examine what we enjoy, also our possessions, the things in our life, and our money, our physical resources, as well as our values and our valuables. So in this time, when she turns around, the area that she's going to be focusing on during her retrograde phase is in the sign of Gemini. So she is going to ask us to examine how we value the way we're able to move around, how nimble we are, how agile we are, how flexible we are, and also how easily or forthrightly we communicate with others. And I'll tell you, it's not a coincidence that in this time when she's retrograde, well, even now, because now she's in Gemini, it's all focusing in the area of the lungs. I don't know if you can see me on camera here, but Gemini rules the lungs and the arms in modern astrology, ruling the lungs, and definitely the arms and the hands. So some of the attention that is called forth in this time is about the lungs, right? That's kind of the focus of this time that we are all sheltering in place. And those who may be more challenged than others, or who are in a predicament that are suffering some complications with this illness that's going around, focusing right on the lungs and our ability to breathe and our ability to take in that air. So we're really going to be focused on that during her retrograde phase. So we're in the pre-retrograde phase right now. She doesn't actually turn around in the sky until mid-May. But between now and mid-May, so we've got about 3 weeks, kind of watch and listen in your world of some themes that might be emerging for you. Maybe it is in your physical lungs, that might be an area of focus for you. Maybe it might be in the physical things that you have around you. I'll tell you, I've been getting in the kick again of decluttering. I'll just be kind of sitting, minding my own business, thinking, oh, this just doesn't feel like me anymore. And so boom, 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 I just pack it up right away and say, okay, thank you. You've served me well. Yeah. Maybe you're thinking about changing your appearance or, changing your hair, changing your style. Those are some things to think about at that time, to really put some thought into and discovery about. Yeah. I'm going to refresh my tea. And then I think it's time for us to take a look at some more comments. And then I would love to open it up to do some special messages tonight. So what comments do we have, Rob? Carol says, I love the smell of cedar incense. I don't think I've ever smelled cedar incense, but I know what cedar smells like. It reminds me of like the cedar chests. I love that. Deborah says chocolate chip cookies and the smell during the thunderstorm. Yeah, that really clean smell. And Deborah loves the sound of laughter and thunder. Speaking of laughter, I love that. Thank you for bringing that up. You know, I had me a little chuckle today, something that was completely not for not for the show tonight, but it just kind of caught me off guard. I'm putting some more cinnamon in my tea here. And I just had this really kind of funny guffaw belly laugh this afternoon. And it was so good. It's like, I don't remember the last time I had a belly laugh. So that was a really good reminder. Thank you, Deborah. And I think Stephanie was next. Oh, Stephanie likes the smell of laundry fresh off the line. Yes. There's something very special about those linens that have been freshened by the breeze. And she likes the smell before a storm, homemade bread cooling in the kitchen window, the winds singing their songs, and the laughter of the kids home in their yards. I love that. See, you all are so sensory. As sensitive people and as light workers, being so sensory. I love that. Thank you. Keep those coming so we can just affirm those and invite more opportunities for those. Lynn says, love the smell of the morning birds. Yes. And speaking of, I've got some birds right outside here singing their night songs because it's twilight here. Yes. Thank you, Lynn. And Deborah loves the sounds of nature too. Yes, indeed. Indeed. The smell of thunder snow. Now, I've heard of thunder snow, but I don't think I've ever smelled thunder snow. I might be a little too far south to have experienced that phenomenon. We have not had snow for a couple years here. Yeah. I tell you, I don't miss it though. Thunder snow. I'll have to smell that. Thanks, Stephanie. Carol says the smell of the ocean and the smell of damp earth. Oh, those are two wonderful smells. Yes, that ocean breeze. Stephanie said, I wish we had lilacs here. Lilacs are one of my top favorite smells too. Definitely. Definitely. Lynn loves the warmth of the spring sun on her face. Yes, indeed. April 22nd is also Earth Day and the new moon. Yay! So we can send a special intention for Grandmother Earth and definitely join Neshi tomorrow evening on Communications from Home, right? For a special drumming for Earth Day for Grandmother Earth. If you could put that in the chat for me and then bring that up for us, Rob, so I can make sure that I have that right. I think it's tomorrow night. And as Judy's saying, yes, but it's very grounding. Help me recognize that context. What is very grounding? So many are working from home now. So aromas and sounds may be a bit more flexible for some. Yes, I agree. I am taking some time to use my essential oil diffuser. I love lemon, so I'll put that lemon oil in there and let it diffuse for a few hours. Thank you for that suggestion, Neshi. That's good, good. Barbie has been smelling lilacs, and Michigan isn't quite ready to have them budding out yet. So are you smelling them as they are budding? Or are you smelling them anticipating that they are going to be budding? I know we already have some here, and I'm about, I'm in the southern tip of Indiana. I can wave to Kentucky. Naga and Palo Santo. Palo Santo, sorry, yes. I love to burn that sweet smelling wood.
Neg Champa.
Say that again?
I think she means Neg Champa,
Neg-
the
Oh,
French.
yes, yes. I've used that oil before. It's a nice aromatic oil. Yeah, excellent. And who else? Ooh, Marie is saying food grilling on the outside grill and Neshi drumming. Yes, I love to listen to Neshi drumming too. Alrighty then. I've got some cards here with me and I am ready to take some reading. If you would like a message tonight, I'm going to be using, let's see here. I'm going to be using the Trust Your Vibes deck. There we go. I have to tilt it back a little bit. Trust Your Vibes from Sonia Choquette. Yes, and so thank you for putting that up there, Rob. That is the invite for tomorrow evening. Special with Neshi on communications from home. I'll be there. Who would like the first card of the evening? That would be Deborah. Okay. The way I work is I shuffle until your card pops out, and that one was quick. Okay. So for you, Deborah, it says, make a note of it. I'm sorry, there's a shadow on there. Make a note of it. So the message that's coming through is that it is very important for you to write down your intentions, especially around this new moon. And I invite you to do so in the manner of giving thanks for, thank you for this thing that smells like this thing that tastes like that, this thing that feels like this on my skin, right? Giving thanks for a physical experience of what you are intending. You know, that can be a career, it could be a love relationship, it could be cleaning and decluttering your house, it could be being with family, it could be any of those intentions. But now is the time, Deborah. Thank you. And who is next? Carol says, some whiskey and honey with lemon will help your nose and throat. Yes, yes, they will. I ought to be careful with that whiskey, though. I'm probably going to get some stronger tea with maybe some cayenne pepper a little bit afterwards, but I didn't want to, tickle my throat too much while we're on air tonight. But thank you for that. Marie. Yes, ma'am, Marie. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. So as Neshi always asks, did you do your grounding today? This message is get grounded. So I'm going to invite you to twice a day, maybe take a lap around the neighborhood. Maybe you can go out into the woods and take a little walk, take your doggie for a walk. Maybe you have a kitty that wants to go for a walk. I tell you what, this is funny. I'm not lying. About a month ago, I went to the park and there was a lady who had a bunny rabbit on a leash. She was taking her bunny for a walk in the park. So yeah, go out into nature and get grounded. Get your fingers in the soil. If you are a gardener, or maybe you just want to repot one of your plants or buy a new plant. My dad bought some yellow pansies for my mom at the store the other day. He was telling me about it. Isn't that sweet? Some huge yellow pansies to kind of brighten everybody's mood. So yeah, maybe something like that. So there you go, Miss Marie. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in tonight. Who is next? Lynn. All righty. Okay, you are the co-creator of your very own story. So it's time to put in a new focus for a new narrative. What was, bless it and release it. And you can now write a new story. You can start right where you left off and finish it. Finish it like a champ. There you go. I would definitely invite you to do some new moon intentions. So you can even write them now and then alchemize them, burn them, release them on the new moon sometime on Wednesday. How about that? Awesome. Cindy, we'll get you a card. Okay. This card says stay in your own skin. So it's kind of like being grounded. So part of it is about being grounded, and the other part is about embodying your body. For people maybe who struggle with illness or traumas or even addictions, sometimes it can feel like being in the body might feel dangerous. Part of the healing process can include some somatic training, meaning being in the body. So what I would invite you to do, especially around this new moon, is to see if you can connect with your body a little bit more. So here is a suggestion. When you first wake up tomorrow and on Wednesday, can you name the first thing that you see, the first thing that you hear, the first thing that you smell? To really be engaged with the physical presence of who you are, because you've just come from dream time. And now here, whoop, you're in physical land. So it can take us a minute to get reconfigured, right? We've been in the astral world and now we're back in the physical world. So what's the first thing you see? What's the first thing you smell? What's the first thing you hear? I think that can help recalibrate back into the body. So thank you, Cindy. Who is next, please? Hello, Amy. Thank you for tuning in tonight. All these wonderful people who are here tonight. And this one popped right out for you. So we have another get grounded. And the message that wants to come through for you tonight, Amy, is really feeling, okay, I'm just going to say it like it's coming through. Making a drum with your feet. So what in the world does that mean? So it's kind of like going outside and marching. Really placing your whole foot down on the ground and making that connection. Not too hard that it hurts your foot or hurts your ankle, but kind of like marching in place so that you are taking your place, that you are claiming your part of earth. Yeah, getting grounded that way, taking up your own space. Yeah. That's a good one. Thank you, Amy. Who's next, please? Carol, definitely. I'm going to shuffle this way real quick. I needed the table to do that. Oh, yours popped right up. Oh, I love this. Time for the crayons. Well, it could also be the glue. It could also be the paints. It could also be the color pencils or the gel pens. It's time to get creative. One of the big things now are these art journals where you don't have to have huge canvases, but you can just have like a notebook paper. And maybe you do collage work where you cut out some words and pictures from a magazine, or you draw little doodles along with your journaling. Or maybe it's an automatic writing where you just hold the pen, maybe a colored pen or a gel pen over your paper, and let your hand move the way your spirit wants it to move. And trust what doodlings come through. Yeah, time to get creative for you, Carol. Thank you. And who is next? Lisa. Lisa would like a card, definitely. All right. Lisa, call on your angels. They are always standing by. They are always ready to help us. They're always ready to communicate. We just have to reach out. And it can be as simple as, angels, thank you for letting me know that you're around me today. Please show me a sign that you are with me today. Yeah. Your whole team of angels is ready to go to work with you on your spiritual work. Thank you, Lisa. Who is next, please? Barbie says, I was told that the fairies have the smell of lilacs. I love that. I did not know that. But I have been smelling those lilacs out in nature, so I'm wondering if the fairies have been inviting me out to play. And yes, Barbie, your card is, what do you love? Just like we've been talking about this evening, and have you been sharing with us what you enjoy to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, to touch. What do you love? And as we move into this time of Venus going into retrograde, and up to that time, maybe some of your tastes, your likes might change a little bit. So allow it to be fluid, allow it to be open, allow yourself to be a little flexible on that. Yeah. Thank you, Barbie. And who's next? You're welcome, Deborah. Oh, wonderful. So yes, tomorrow night, April 21st, 8 Eastern, Neshi will be leading some drumming for Grandmother Earth with a special guest, Stephanie Hebert, the co-founder of the Social Distancing Powwow, and a special announcement. Ooh, I wonder what that could be. So tune in tomorrow night. Communications from Home with Neshi. Thank you. Amy Daniels says, taking a bunny for a walk is just wrong on every level. You know what was funny is that when I first saw this, she was like, down the sidewalk away from me. And all I saw were the big ears. And at first I thought she had a French bulldog, because if you know the French bulldogs, they're kind of fat and round, but they have these huge ears. I thought, oh, she has a French bulldog. And I'm a bulldog lover, so I was just kind of going crazy. And I'm getting closer. And I exclaimed out loud, that's a bunny. And so she turns around and starts laughing. It's like, yes, she had a little black bunny in a neon green harness, just kind of hopping around, just out taking a walk. I thought it was the funniest thing, I tell you. I really enjoyed it, though. It's one of those like, oh, made my heart jump in a happy way. Yeah, Amy. Who's next? You are welcome, Lynn. Toya Lewis, card, please. Yes. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, Toya. This card says seek solitude. So it's time for you to have a private conversation, just you, your soul, and you. You know that adage of me, myself, and I? So you, your personality self, you, your higher self, and you, your soul. It's time for you to all come together on the same page. Yeah. Because some of the lessons you're experiencing in your day-to-day life, those can be kind of challenging. But your higher self has wisdom for you, and your soul just wants to give you a big hug and tell you, atta girl, keep going, keep going. We just have to be open to hear it. And the way that we can hear it is to have some quiet time. Maybe it's just 5 minutes in the shower or 10 minutes in the bathtub, just you, your higher self, and your soul. Having that conversation, having that alone time, having that communion where you are nurtured and encouraged. Yeah, there you are, Miss Toya. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Yeah, we got you, Amy. Didn't we? Didn't we get you, Amy? You are welcome. You are both very, very welcome. And who else? Oh, Carol says she's working on a vision board. So, hey, there you go. Get creative. Pull it all out. Hi, Anne. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Let's get you a card. Okay. I love this. It says, let go. Let go. And the way it's coming through as a feeling tonight. So imagine you are holding a fuzzy dandelion, and instead of blowing it off the stem, these white fluffy particles are in your hands, and you just open up your hands and you let them go. So just like your dreams, just like your intentions, you open them up and let them go so they can go be seeded, so they can fly on the wind and be carried to the soil that's going to receive them and nurture them and let them grow so they can become brand new, beautiful flowers for you to enjoy. So just opening up your hands and letting it go. Oh, beautiful image that I was seeing for you. Thanks, Anne. All righty. Lisa says, beautiful. Oh, you're so welcome. You're welcome. Toya, you are welcome too. I am so glad you've tuned in tonight. Oh, I'm so glad that it resonates with you. Good, good. Amy says, that sounds really cute. Bringing a big smile, especially for a black bunny in a green harness. I know, it was like, did I really see that? It made me laugh. It did. I really enjoyed that. It went on my gratitude list. So definitely. Thank you, Amy. Are there any other? Okay, Holly would like a card, though it did not come through in the studio. Okay. I hope Miss Holly is doing well tonight. Let's get her a message. Okay. For Miss Holly, it's all about flexible, being flexible. So I know sometimes in life we are called on to be so many places at once and wear so many hats at once. It's kind of like playing Twister with 16 versions of yourself. So along with being flexible, part of this message is being flexible enough with your own self to put boundaries around how flexible you are. I know it kind of sounds counterintuitive, but being flexible is a responsibility too. And to help us not be so overwhelmed when we put boundaries on how flexible we will be, it can make all of our responsibilities and our recreation more meaningful, more robust, more enjoyable. Yeah. So being flexible, but also having some boundaries around that. That's the message that's coming through from Miss Holly tonight. So, is there anybody else out there who would like a card, Miss Neshi? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Oh, I hope I don't get kicked off there. All right. For some reason, a call was trying to come through. Nope, can't have that right now. Okay. Miss Neshi, back to basics. Back to basics. So what this feels like to me is that a calling back into going over your own routine with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah. So especially in the next month, you might be called into reviewing what makes the most sense as part of your day, as part of your wardrobe, as part of your routine, as part of how you communicate with your family and friends. So it's going to be kind of like all back in review, down to the roots of your life. Very interesting. Very interesting. So you are welcome, Miss Neshi. Anyone else out there would like a good card this evening? This was the Trust Your Vibes deck by Sonia Choquette. You can get that on Amazon. Whoops, there it is without the glare. And of course, producer Rob. We definitely want producer Rob to get a message tonight. He's so good with the tech end of things and very helpful. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Accept the gifts of the universe. So as you are able to go out in nature, especially the nature walks, I know that you've liked to do those in the past. The messages of nature are a little more, how do I want to say, a little more subtle these days. So your inner ears will need to be a little tuned up, tuned to more subtlety. Yeah, but the messages are there. Accept the messages that are coming through. And it'll be like, it's feeling like boom, boom, boom. It'll feel like groups of three. Groups of three will have a particular theme. And then, some time will pass and another boom, boom, boom group of three will have another theme or another message kind of related. So groups of threes is what it's feeling like for me. So there you are. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight for this cosmic conversation. We got through it with battery still on the phone, so I'm thankful about that.
There's
And
one more.
one more. Okay, certainly.
Holly's mom, Mary Ellen. It didn't come into the studio.
Okay. All right. Let's get one for Holly's mom. Okay. Let's see here. And the message for Mary Ellen tonight is learn. Learn. And the message that wants to come through is about learning. How do I want to say it? Learning the limits and the possibilities. That's the way it wants to come through. Learning the limits and the possibilities of her own physicality, of her own physical body. That there is room for more robust experience of life. So there is room for deeper breathing. There is room for more delicious smells. There is room for more fine fabrics. There is room for more succulent foods. So there is room for more. So learn what that is for her own body and her own well-being, to allow not only learning the limits of, but also the possibilities of. And it really is feeling like more expansive. So learning the possibilities of more. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else out there? Or did we get everybody? All righty. Back to basics. Checking out the routine, reviewing it to keep what works and tweak what doesn't flow as smoothly. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Feeling better soon. Yes. I'm going to keep drinking my tea and maybe add some cayenne pepper a little bit here. Thank you, Neshi. Great show. And thank you for the cosmic conversation. As I always end this show with Om Tat Sat. I am that. And especially as we move into this new moon on Wednesday that coincides with Earth Day. Isn't that wonderful? The Earth sign of Taurus, all about the sensual pleasures of Earth and celebrating Grandmother Earth herself. So with these intentions, Om Tat Sat, I am that. I am that which I value. I am that which I enjoy. I am that which I appreciate. Om Tat Sat. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for a wonderful cosmic conversation tonight. Good night.